Houston Rockets have had a pretty good preseason, highlighted by the strong play from recent signing Christian Wood. But the big glaring issue that the Rockets have come through what are they gonna do with James Harden and PJ Tucker. While Harden is getting most of the attention currently, Tucker is a player that has equally been important for the Rockets' success the past couple of years. As a result, this makes it all the more tougher for the Rockets to either decide trading him or resigning. In my personal opinion, despite the versatile ability that PJ Tucker has been able to provide for the Rockets, it's now time to move on and trade him. So let's break down the 3 reasons as to why the Houston Rockets should be doing this. The first big reason why the Rockets should look for a trade partner is the roster additions that they made this offseason. I made an earlier video about this particular addition, but Jae'Sean Tate looks to be an extremely similar player to what PJ Tucker brought for the Rockets. PJ is another undersized forward at 6'5", but due in part to his 6'9" wingspan and athleticism, he's able to guard nearly every position on the court. Like he was even giving Anthony Davis fits in the playoffs before the Lakers' height difference eventually took over. Jae'Sean Tate in comparison is 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan, but Tate being 223 pounds helps him in being able to guard multiple positions on the court. If you don't believe me, Tate played the 5 position for the Sydney Kings this past season in the NBL. He has shown the ability to handle the ball if given the chance, finish around the rim at an elite level, and has shown massive improvements in being able to spread the floor, at 37% from the 3-point line. And probably the most important thing about the Tate addition that nobody's talking about is that Will Weaver, his former head coach from the NBL, is now actually on the Houston Rockets coaching staff. He has trust from the coaches, and he has played well for the most part in the minutes that he's received in the preseason. But Jae'Sean Tate isn't the only player on this team that plays extremely similar to PJ Tucker. The Rockets signing David Nwaba last season has probably been forgotten by many fans. But if given a chance, David can have a massive impact for this team. Nwaba has bounced around from team to team in the NBA, but the one thing that David has been able to provide each team that he's gone to is being able to guard multiple positions on the court, being a 6'5" guard with a 7-foot wingspan. Originally entering the league with the Lakers, Nwaba was known to only be a hustling defender, but throughout the years, David has made progress with his jumper, to the point where he can't be left alone from the 3-point line, especially alongside the corners, extremely similar to what PJ Tucker has given to the Rockets during his tenure. Put 2 and 2 together. The Rockets have gotten 2 clone-like guards to try and make up the production that PJ Tucker has brought, and even though they did lose Robert Covington in a trade, they do have guards on the roster that can provide the similar playstyle that both Covington and Tucker have. The Rockets getting replacement for PJ Tucker is a big reason as to why they should be getting a trade in the works. But that is only the tip of the iceberg. PJ Tucker's attitude and the amount of money that he wants from the Rockets organization in preseason should be a big reason as well. Usually, if it's your star players such as an Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, or even James Harden who are acting up, you'd be willing to take it, due to the massive rollout that they have on the team. But at the end of the day, despite how big PJ has been for the Rockets, he's only been a nice role player for them. A role player shouldn't be causing this much trouble for their team. From at first not reporting to training camp like Harden to saying cryptic messages in the media, it's just not worth the trouble at this point, especially considering how much money PJ Tucker wants now. Currently, PJ Tucker is making $8 million, but as Shams for The Athletic mentioned, PJ Tucker wants to be paid in the same light as players such as KCP or even a Jeremy Grant. And this is where the final issue comes in. PJ Tucker wanting to make around $14 to $18 million per year as a role player is already a steep price when you think about it. I mean, just look at how Christian Wood, for example, has been producing in the preseason. It's more than safe to say that Wood will likely not be a role player, and he's being paid around the same amount that PJ Tucker would want to. And you also gotta consider, PJ Tucker will be at an age of 36 this upcoming season, and this is getting pretty high up there. With PJ having to do so much on both sides of the floor for the Rockets the past couple of years, you truly don't know how many more years PJ will have being as a truly elite defender for the Rockets. As a result, if the Rockets were able to trade Tucker right now, because there are many teams interested in him, they should pounce on it. Getting the most return in value for him should be the smart and right thing that the Rockets could do. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, peace.